Hey guys, in this video we are going to learn that what are the things that you need to look forward to make sure that you invest in a fund that is good enough for you. So without wasting time, let's get started. So I have made a few pointers that will definitely help you what you should look for while investing. So as you can see, the title of this is what to look for while investing in a mutual fund, and there are 5 to 7 pointers that I have made sure that you first go through so that it helps you maintain the quality of funds you buy. Okay, so the number one pointer to look at is date of issue. Now why is it important? It is very important to make sure that the fund you buy is reliable, is being marketed really good, and it is a good fund. So date of issue is very important. Minimum amount of investment, that is that if you want to start an SIP, then what is the minimum amount that you have to put up to start an SIP, or what is the minimum amount of lump sum that you have to put up. So this is a very important point to look forward. And investment objectives. So what are these investment objectives? Let us say that if you go and search for this mutual fund, Mirae Asset, so this is a very high quality of mutual fund, and when you go, that says that benchmark is Nifty large cap mid cap 250 total return index, and you can click here and see scheme document, and if you go towards it and read scheme document, you will know that what are they talking about and what are their investment objectives. So if your investment objectives is like double or triple your money in the next 5 to 10 years, and their objectives also same, then that mutual fund be right for you. So it is very important to know that the investment objectives of yours and investment objectives of the mutual fund you are going to invest in overlap, so that you are satisfied with the investment. What are investment policies? Now just don't go too deep in this, just know what are the investment policies, like what are the exit loads, fund type, plan, expense ratio, cash holding, scheme size, and these are the investment policies. Like if you redeem within 1 year, then 1% of the funds will be charged towards the Mirae Asset emerging blue chip fund directly. So these are the investment policies, but definitely go through them. Most of the cases, if you are using Paytm Money, then they will be directly on your face, but if you are using another app, I don't know, because I don't know about that. Now risk factor, you can easily manage the risk factor over here. As you can see, it says scheme riskometer. It is in moderately high category, and if you are that type of person whose riskometer is low or anything less than that, but if you are willing to take some risk, then definitely buy this mutual fund. But if you want to invest in mutual fund, then definitely check the riskometer before investing. Past performance data. Okay, so this is a really important criteria to look at. Past performance data tells you that how a mutual fund is performing, whether the numbers are good or not. Okay, so if you look at the graph of this as a mutual fund, this is a top performing mutual fund, but we all know what is the market condition right now, so just forget about this and just click on 5 years. And as you can see, in 5 years it has provided me a return of 44%. Okay, so it's very nice. Now let us say that on November 6, 2006, the NAV of this fund was 39, and on its peak the NAV was 63. So almost double in 4 years, I guess. Yes, not 4 years actually, 3.5 years. Yeah, 3.5 years your money was doubled. So yeah, it is very important to make sure that the data is performing very good, because if you, there are many mutual funds, for example, their NAV is 37 for 8 Gen 2017, but while in 8 Gen 2020 their NAV might be less than the previous amount. So it is very important to make sure that you analyze and make sure that the mutual fund is performing as per their investment policies and investment objectives, and they also meet their benchmark. Like I showed you, your benchmark is this, and if they do not meet this, then do not invest in that fund. They should be meeting with that particular benchmark. It is very important to know that. Now, fees and expenses, as you can already see here, I have already told you about this fees and expenses. Like expense ratio is there, 0.98% cash holding, then all these expenses, like if you exit before 1 year, then you have to pay 1% of that. And fund manager, okay, so this is very important, fund manager. And yeah, Ankit Jain and Nilesh Surana. Now if you click on their profile, it will show you all the funds they are managing and number of schemes they are managing, amount of money they have, experience. You know that experience is very important in this financial sector. So Nilesh Suran has been managing 8 schemes and has 60,000 crores under his leadership. So it definitely tells us that he is a good fund manager and knows his job. Ankit Jain is also very important. He manages 9 schemes and 12,000 crore under his profile. So it is very important to make sure that you read these people's profile, know them about more on Google, search them. For example, let me search Ankit Jain fund manager. So it will show us that go on their LinkedIn profile and make sure that what they do is good. For example, as you can see, he has 400 plus connections and he is really good managing Mirae Asset Global Funds for 4 years. And then before that, he was a research analyst and SAP FICO for Infosys. So it really tells us that he is a good person for this job. And search his track record, we'll be also going that as well. Tax benefits and investor services. So these are some points which I got. There are nothing to worry about. If you do not invest in tax funds which help you save tax, then no need to worry about this tax benefits. Investor benefits, I didn't found that much. I even looked up on their website, but it was what they showed in this Paytm portfolio. So yeah, this is it. Now let us go to money control and learn more about it. Okay, so we'll be going in here and searching Mirae Asset. Okay, so here we are. Here it says this is the same fund we searched on Paytm. Okay, so as you can see, expense ratio, fund size, and yeah, pretty much in the box. Here expense ratio is higher. I don't know why it's showing 1.84 and here it is showing 0.98. There might be some issue, but these are the things that you need to know. For example, here it is saying almost 2%, there it was saying almost 1%. So the numbers might look small, but it really tells you that you must go through and look your knowledge before you invest in it. Is very important. Result rank is also very important. Make sure that the funds you invest in are 5-star or 4-star. If you are a risk taker like me, then you can go 3-star or 2-star, but I won't recommend that if you are a first time doing this. Okay, here we can compare it with the Nifty. Okay, so here you can compare the graph of this scheme versus Nifty. You can also change it if you want. It will show you for 1 year, 2 year, 5 year. Let us compare for 5 year and see. Okay, so even though the market was down, this fund grew by 6% and this fund grew by 1%. So as you can see, it is always on the higher side of the Nifty, which tells you that this is a good fund. A period investing, if you invested 10,000 rupees, then the latest value would be, so it tells you that since inception, amount of absolute return would be 322%, annualized return would be 15%. So it's very nice. SIP returns, let us check for 5 year SIP started on March 15, 31st March. Investment amount would be 60,000 and total would be 61,000. Now, yeah, I know it is less, but the market is down, so do not go voila. Tax treatment, I already informed you that if you are not investing to save tax, then it is of no use for you. Portfolio turnover ratio, and these are very important. It will show you your equity holding, like if they are the money they are handling is in equity. So yeah, it shows that it is 99.59% in equity. and others is 0.41% in other MF units net receivables. So this type of it is very important to make sure you go through and these sort of objectives match up with what your current objective is, what you want to buy or what are you saving for in the future. So here are the companies they have investment in. You can also click on detailed portfolio analysis and standard deviation risk. It will show you the risk ratios that it is currently having, so that you get to know that if you are a risk taker, then you should go and select this fund. Now there are alternative also, as you can see it shows you alternatives. If the fund doesn't meet your objectives, then you can definitely go and search in alternative funds, more funds from Mirae Asset. If you like the funds from Mirae Asset and you want to invest in more funds, you can look here as well, and it also shows you a video about it and news and everything. So these were the few points. I will also make sure to put them up in the description section, so that if you want to look at it again, you don't have to watch the entire video. And here you can search the mutual fund. I already talked to you about what all to look at, and if you want to invest in, just go ahead and sign in and invest now. It is definitely easy. I have already made a video about it on how to invest via Paytm Money. And yeah, that's it for this video guys. Hope you like it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, and thanks for watching.